Hey folks, Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of the Rush Hour podcast. We have updates regarding the Epstein conspiracy theory, as we now have conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, the real godfather of conspiracies, which, by the way, I don't even know how he's still around. Didn't he lose like a hundreds of millions of dollar defamation lawsuit? Either way, he now is speaking of Trump destroying MAGA, or at least the attempt to do so. I want to share several clips of what he had to say. I've got Megyn Kelly responding to the Epstein cover-up. I've got a Republican congressman from Missouri talking about why he is pushing away from Trump and wanting these files to get exposed. Lots to get into. So here's Alex Jones. She said, why is Trump destroying MAGA in real time? And here's part of a very long message she sent to Donald Trump.
Trump, we've believed in you. We've seen you do great work. We've seen the bad guys, the worst certified people on earth come after you. And now we've seen you uncharacteristically flip-flop on your promises, back and forth. There was no Epstein case.
By the way, I'm sorry, I have to push back. He always flip-flops. Trump always chickens out. I mean, he's been working on the framework of a healthcare plan, concepts of a healthcare plan since before I was 12 years old. I mean, the guys, what are you talking about?
Nothing to see here. Okay, it is there. We're going to investigate it. We're going to put in a special counsel. No, there's nothing there. Anybody investigating it is fake news and is a traitor. But your most loyal supporters and good people are the ones pointing this out. So we want to believe in you. We want to support all the great things you're doing. We see Tom Homan and what ICE is doing, saving all the kids. We see Kennedy moving against Big Pharma, having huge successes. And then we see the DOJ overriding it and trying to keep fluoride in the water and trying to bring out mRNA shots.
All right, so he's a little all over the place. Let's stick to Epstein for now. So yeah, there's a few other clips I wanted to share with you guys here from Alex Jones. He calls Ben Shapiro an Israeli operative because Ben Shapiro says Epstein did nothing wrong, but of course Alex Jones can't take his word for it. I mean, he's all over the place, that's for sure.
Being excommunicated, let me be clear, I was never in your church to be excommunicated. So you can't excommunicate me because I was never in your church.
There it is. You can't fire me because I quit. And now he says I'm a proud heretic. So, yeah, I mean, Alex Jones, I have to say this all the time, a broken clock's right twice a day. He's been right about several conspiracies. He's also been wrong about a lot. I'm not here to adjudicate his batting average, but the ones that he's been wrong about, like Sandy Hook, was just indefensible. I mean, the guy, he was a monster for doubling down on such a tragedy, but that's a different story. Right now, talking Epstein, I believe this is newsworthy because he is a giant figure, whether you consume his content or not, in the MAGA movement. He says he's not MAGA, but he's certainly MAGA adjacent. So when he talks about and is disappointed in Trump and Trump's flip-flopping, this is a big deal.
And says, this is all a Democrat hoax and anybody following it is only helping them. And a repeat of all that. And I'm just like, 180, 180, 180, 180, flip-flop, 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 flip-flop. And I'm just like, and then he puts out on Truth Social, I don't want your support. Anybody that even talks about this again, you are bad. You know the elephant in the room here. Trump is not stupid. Telling people to not talk about something is going to only make them look into it more.
Yes.
So I sure hope this is some 50D chess. Because I'm pretty good at Hegelian dialectics, second, third, fourth, fifth order connections.
I don't even know what he's talking about. Oh boy, if Alex Jones was your uncle and you had to see him at Thanksgiving, you're taking an extra hip of the vape pipe. I'm sorry, you are. Here's Shane Gillis hosting the ESPY Awards, cracking a joke about Epstein.
Donald Trump wants to stage a UFC fight on the White House lawn. The last time he staged a fight in D.C., Mike Pence almost died. All right. You don't have to do that. It was fine. I didn't write it. Actually, there was supposed to be an Epstein joke here, but as it got deleted. Must have probably deleted itself, right? Probably never existed, actually.
All right, good bit. Here's Charlie Sykes speaking about how Trump has lost the plot.
What is really striking to me is that Donald Trump has lost the plot, maybe for the very, very first time. I mean, he has reason to believe that he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and not lose anyone. He's also been very successful in bending reality to his will. To making his base, think the way he thinks. He's also, keep in mind that he's the executive producer of The Trump Show, and one of his superpowers has been that he determines what we talk about, what they talk about, and what we don't talk about. The last 7 or 8 days, he has failed.
Listen, with stand-up comedy, sometimes a bit doesn't go well or you get heckled in the audience, and sometimes you can never get the crowd back. And it kind of feels like that's what's happening right now. Sometimes you just can't change the energy, and the more you try to change it, the more it works against you. It's a trap, and it just goes to show no matter what he says or does right now, everybody kind of knows he's hiding something.
He has failed to set the agenda. We are now talking about exactly what he does not want to talk about. And every time he opens his mouth, every time he puts out one of these social media posts, he digs a deeper hole. And this again goes back to that he's lost the plot. You cannot ask this vast movement to marinate in a certain idea of these pedophile cabals as a justification for so much of what he's done, and then suddenly push a button and say, though, there's nothing to see here.
But they try. They try to do that. And I mean, what it goes to show is even though some people will accuse people of being in cults, a lot of people are realizing, gosh, he's bullshitting us. Here is Representative Eric Burlison, a Republican from Missouri, and he's not afraid to, I really guess, dissent from Trump, who wants no one talking about this anymore.
Is this for you about Epstein? Is it bigger than Epstein? Is it a moral issue? Why exactly are you breaking with the president on this point?
Yeah, I mean, this is an awful story in American history. An individual that was able to get away with the so many acts of molestation is just appalling. And that in and of itself, I mean, it's just absolutely deserves having someone take a moral stand to make sure that justice is brought, that the victims have someone that's listening to them and acting. Outside of that, I think that it does speak to a larger issue. The question is, do the American people have a trust within the federal government? Do the American people own the federal government, or does the federal government own them? And I think that that's really why this feels so rotten and so raw for people to not be able to get answers on this topic, because it's an awful issue, and we got so close to finally getting the truth on one thing, and like Lucy with the football, it feels like we're having the football yanked away.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, here we have Cory Booker. This is sort of a separate story. This is Trump discussing the federal chair, Powell, who Trump appointed into office. Trump picked him in 2017. But now we have Cory Booker calling out Trump not remembering that he appointed him. And is this a lapse in judgment? Or as Cory Booker thinks, is this a case of, a growing dementia?
By our president is unfit to serve.
He's a terrible Fed chair. I was surprised he was appointed. I was surprised, frankly, that Biden put him in and extended him.
It is my pleasure and my honor to announce my nomination of Jerome Powell to be the next chairman of the Federal Reserve. Congratulations.
Somebody should do a mental health examination stat. He doesn't even realize one of the most important positions for our economic well-being, for the health of our economy, that he appointed. This is ridiculous.
And this on the news that he might be firing Jerome Powell soon, even though he has no authority to do so. Finally, The Atlantic is reporting that the Trump administration is about to incinerate 500 tons of emergency food. Again, food that's already been bought for by the American public. I believe it was something like $800 million, or it could be 800,000. I should know what it was. But it was food that was meant for starving kids. It was here we go. The food was protein biscuits purchased for $800,000 under the Biden administration for children overseas under the age of 5 that were starving. Trump, instead of continuing to send it, ordered it to be destroyed, costing $130,000 to incinerate it.
Lit food on fire. Food grown in the United States, manufactured in the United States, to be sent out to the most vulnerable people on the planet with a sticker with the United States emblem on it. And making America great again apparently is doing all of that and then letting it rot in a warehouse and then incinerating it.
And the worst part about these Doge cuts is it was like throwing a lawn chair off the deck of a cruise ship. None of it mattered because they're going to do tax cuts for the ultra wealthy. Literally, none of it mattered. There are people not getting AIDS medication. There are children starving. There's food rotting in factories being lit on fire, and none of it matters. Why? Because we're not taxing the ultra wealthy. We have to remember that. All right, that's it for me this morning. We'll be back this afternoon if you want to join us for the private membership-only live stream at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, or just want to put some bread in the tip jar, go to patreon.com/Dave Neal. Or if you want to donate in other ways of non-monetary value, you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcast or Spotify. Leave a nice 5-star review or share us with your friends. We'll see you this afternoon. I'm Dave, and this is The Rush.